I refused to give my dying father his camera back after he gave it to me. He gave me the camera the night my first photo ran in the paper. Old Leica, silver body, black tape on the corners. The shutter sounded like a breath. He said it was his backbone when he was broke. Said it would go to the first kid who got published. I was that kid. He slid the strap over my neck like he was knighting me. I wore it every day. It lived on my shoulder. It smelled like dark room and dust. It felt like him, and he got sick. Fast. The kind that takes muscle and voice first. Hospital rooms, whisper talk, plastic cups. People started visiting who never visited. My Aunt Lila showed up with pies and loud hugs. Her son Nate came along. He collects sneakers and watches and whatever else looks expensive. I tried to be polite. I am not a monster. One afternoon I stepped into the stairwell to breathe. I heard Lila on the landing below. She was on the phone, voice low but not that low, talking about the Leica. She said it was worth at least $8,000. Said it should stay with the family name. Said Nate would keep it safe, not shoot with it, not scratch it, not pawn it. Said I would probably sell it to cover rent. My chest went hot. I stood there a long minute. Then I walked back in like I had not heard anything. That night Dad asked me if I liked the camera. I said I loved it. He looked at my hands. They were shaking. He said Lila told him I was thinking of selling it. He looked sorry even saying it. I said no, never. He nodded, but his eyes slid away. Next week the hints started. Lila brought Nate and made a show of how gentle he was with the nurses. She told a story about Dad teaching her to load film when she was little. She sighed about heirlooms, about scents, about keeping things in the bloodline. My cousin started giving me weird looks. I could feel rooms tilt when I walked in. Then Dad asked for the camera back. Just for a bit, he said, to clean it, to adjust the rangefinder. I knew what that meant. I saw Lila in the doorway behind him, arms folded, a sweet face on. I said no, out loud. The camera stays with me. His mouth folded in. He looked so tired. I felt like I had slapped him. I did not sleep. At 6, I went back to the hospital. He was awake, watching the parking lot. I closed the door. I told him everything. The stairwell call, the money talk, the lies about rent, the glances. I said I should have said it sooner. He did not speak for a while. Then he reached for my wrist and held it. He nodded once, like a decision snapped into place. He made calls that day. His lawyer came by with a folder. I took the elevator down so they could talk. I sat on a bench and clicked the shutter at the trees until a nurse told me to stop. 2 weeks later, he was gone. At the funeral, Lila cornered me near the coffee urns. She said Dad wanted the Leica for Nate. She said I had twisted him when he could not think straight. People turned to watch. I felt the camera strap cut into my neck. The lawyer asked us to sit. We went to a small room with a table that was too shiny. The folder was on the table. Everyone looked at it like it might bite. He read the will. He got to the part about the Leica. He said my name. He said Dad left me the camera and the negatives and the dented metal case. He said there was a letter. My hands were raw. I could feel the strap burn through the skin. He kept reading. He said Lila gets $1. Then he read a note in Dad's words. It said he knew about the pressure. It said no one touches the Leica unless I say so. It said if anyone contests, they get nothing. You could hear the air leave the room. Lila laughed like a cough. She said he was confused. She said this was cruel. Nate stared at the floor. He whispered that he never asked for the camera. He said he wanted Dad's records instead. The lawyer turned a page. He said the records go to Nate. Lila's face went flat. She opened her mouth and shut it. The lawyer slid an envelope toward me. I saw Dad's handwriting on the flap. My thumb could not get under it. The strap stuck to my neck. Lila reached across the table. Her nails brushed the metal case. I pulled it closer and her chair scraped and everyone flinched and the room tilted and the shutter sound was in my ears and I could not hear anything but that sound and her breath and the paper tearing and my name in his hand and her saying give it here and my fingers locking and the door opening and the light coming in and her voice getting louder and louder and louder.